must be a happy man.
Of course, and it's something kind of what I've been waiting for. We showed our potential already in Blitz, kind of who we are, how we can play, and obviously then after Blitz there were some moments, some injuries, sickness. The group didn't have enough experiences together yet when we started the season, and you have to give credit to the guys how they've been working, getting better. They had few meetings with the players, and just proud and happy. It was really enjoyable basketball, and everybody today, you can see that collective confidence, and the guys were not worrying about wrong things. They were playing for each other, trying hard as possible every play, and this is who we are. And then of course, making shots, it helps. It grows that energy, and good first step, good win, but there is no, like I always say, there is no time to cry or time to celebrate. Now take a rest, good first step, but we kind of showed what we can do, and not every day we kind of shoot the ball this well, but this is the identity what we are kind of been looking for, and it's nice to get this guy back also. Like I told him, was it first time it seemed like a old Parker with the pace, setting the tone, amazing game, finding teammates, getting to the paint, and just solid performance for all of our guys, and happy, overall solid 40, very good 40 minutes.
Parker, as players, you feel that pressure more than anybody. Obviously, 0-4 start, things not flowing the team's way, not everyone was healthy and whatever. Just describe your sense of kind of relief that the teams come out, put those things behind them, and I guess produce the performance that you're capable of.
Yeah, I mean, definitely rough start here at the season, but we have a belief within this group that we can change the course. No one wins a championship after 4 games, or nothing is defined after 4. So just have to stay the course, keep playing hard, and keep believing in each other. That's how you get the most out of it.
And today seemed to indicate that you felt pretty good physically. Is this the best you felt this year in the regular season?
I would say so, yeah. And also just listening to Coach for what he expected from me, pushing the pace, getting in the paint, just what I do, and just wanting to do the things for my teammates, because when we're flowing and running on offense, it really ignites us.
You had a lot of support out there, 6 guys in double figures, and as Cop touched on it, a lot of guys kind of played their roles really well. Is that what this team needs? Do you need that? You can't drag it single-handedly over the line, right?
Yeah, we have that. You see guys like Kareem Lopez, Isaiah Brockington started the game for us. He really got us in the rhythm. We have guys, Sam Ananga, that can shoot, that can score, that can play off, multiple things and be versatile. So I see us every day. We see this group every day, and we know what we're capable of, and we did it tonight.
Cop, there's a lot to be pleased about. Obviously, the 3 ball dropped, the spread, guys were chipping in, but the pace. You've talked about it so many times with us this year, the pace you want this group to play. Was that almost the most pleasing thing that you were able to play at that pace that makes this team, so potent?
100%, and that's who we are, who we want to be. There were some flashes, but not like I said before during the week, like not solid 40 minutes. And now we get in the groove. We found that identity, who we want to be, and that's the way we want to play, and we need to play if we want to have success. If we have to play half court all the time, it's going to be tough for us. We need to get some stops, and everything starts from there. Last few weeks we've been emphasizing, we need to defend. Everybody need to take a step forward, be more, proud what you're doing in that end, and it opens up our, offensive end after. But everybody needs to suffer in the defensive end first together and get those stops. Then when we had some flashes against Perth, but then we couldn't collect the boards, and then it's hard to go. Today, everybody who stepped on the floor, they were not worrying about wrong things. They were just focused on the next play, finish the goal, and then when we get the rebounds, we are at the best. So, like I said, really proud, great step forward, but nothing happened yet. Now guys got day off tomorrow, and then we get back to practice on Friday and get ready against Phoenix.
Parker, is it important to kind of back up a performance like that? You're still only 1-4, still a long way back, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just a process. We took steps this week, and we have to do the same thing again, on Friday and Saturday, and then come ready to play on Sunday with the same mindset and intensity. That's what you can count on in this league. Nothing is earned, everything is earned. We have to go earn it.
And Coach Tatum wasn't very happy with the way his big man was protected out there. He complained about him being undercut and tripped. I guess that's kind of basketball, but were you happy with the job your guys did on JaVale, who's obviously a problem out there?
No, definitely. We had guys were executing. They were alert. Many times we talk about sense of urgency. What you need to be there, alert, collectively. Like I said before, we don't have one body who can match up with him one-on-one. So we need to do it together. And guys were alert today, and they were flying, rotating, and game plan worked. And the guys did a great job. And after all these rotations, I'm still like, always get the rebounds, but we won the rebounding battle, and it was huge. But yeah, just happy with the effort. Everything starts from there.
You had a lot of amazing stat lines through your group, including 17 assists from Parker, I think, which is his highest in this league. But Kareem, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 4 steals. I mean, we're seeing this young man come of age before us. Like, you get asked about him regularly, I know. But tonight was probably his best, right? No,
and with Kareem, it's like Parker says, it's a process. He's getting better after the difficult summer what he had, kind of. It's been, he's getting better and better. And today I was really happy, not only his offense, but defensively, how he was there, all competing, alert, using that length, how many deflections he had, and he showed what he can do. And everything starts there. And then you get confidence in offense. You hit some shots, but like overall, as an 18-year-old, like, unbelievable performance, both ends. And that's what we've been talking with Kareem. It's not only one end, it's you have to be, alert also in the defense. And he was guarding Harvey today, like how many times, and using that length, unbelievable.
Parker, do you see something special in that young man?
Yeah, he amazes me pretty much every day. I just think his personality and his confidence, it just goes hand in hand. The guy's he's not fearing anything. He just goes out there, and he gives his all. He tries, and he's like a sponge. He'll listen, but I don't know too many 18-year-olds that can step in this environment and thrive the way he does. So, we have to stay on him, just to stay engaged, and he's a great teammate. So.
Right, we got any questions online?
Yeah, just a couple quickly, if you don't mind. I'll start with you, Cop. Scoring over the first 4 games had been a real struggle. I guess you were trying to probably figure out yourself where the points were going to come from, but everything seemed to come easily tonight, and it all seemed to start with playing at a faster pace, and everyone just feeling a little bit more confident and backing themselves in to shoot their shots and look at the results. I mean, from your point of view, what was key to being able to shoot the way you did and also put those amount of points on the board?
I think everything started with the focus. Also these past, after this morning shoot around, I told the other coaches, like, finally, I had the feeling the guys were locked in, kind of with the focus already in the morning, kind of, and the atmosphere was good. They were there, and I think it started there. And then obviously, shooting is up and down. Big part of it is mental, and then it helps. We keep talking. When you are open, we hit, like this guy hit the paint. You need to be ready to shoot that shot, because that's the advantage he gonna create. That's, for me, after layups, dunks, free throws, that's the best shot in basketball. When you get in and out, catch and shoot 3, you need to be ready to take that advantage. When it's basketball. Sometimes you miss, but we can be, inventing basketball again or chasing next advantage. When we have the advantage, everybody shoot it with the confidence, and you can see it tonight with everybody. And like I said, the confidence comes with the preparation. You are in the gym, you put your work in, you work on your shot, and it comes from there. Then when it's game time, you're ready to go, and you put the work in. It raises your confidence, and like I said, just overall great performance. Starting with this guy, setting the tone with the pace and open up our offense.
And similar question for you, Parker. How much do you enjoy when you're able to push the pace like that and get the offense up and going, get inside the paint and create, and then knowing that you've got full faith in your teammates that are waiting out there for the outside shots to knock them down? And I think when you look down at the box score, I mean, you look at the fact that you've had 17 assists and the team's made 18 3-pointers, you would take a lot of pride in that.
Yeah, I mean, it's fun for me, just using my advantage, using my speed, getting in the open floor and hitting the paint, just playmaking for my teammates and myself. Over the course of my career, I think that's what I've done really well. And, this is no different. Like, I have to create that advantage and do what I do best, So there's nothing more or less than that, just playmaking, seeing advantages, and exploiting it.
How important is it, do you just feel like it's been to actually now spend some time together as a group? Obviously, your preparation coming into the season wasn't great, but now that you actually spend some time together, how important is that in seeing a performance like we saw tonight?
Yeah, I think it's really important, and, it's still early times, and we're still figuring out this group, still gelling, bonding and becoming closer, and that's all going to pay dividends in our success. So, like I said, it's always a process, and we just have to continue on this course.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Any other questions on there? No? Good, thank you.
All right.
Sorry.